I will restore health unto them, and I will heal my people, saith Yahweh, Yahweh.
Evangelicals remain an important demographic group for politicians. The percent of Americans who identify with any religion has been on the decline for decades. And a recent Pew Research Center study has found the biggest generational drop-off is with millennials, young adults born between 1981 and 1996. Kat Wise reports from Southern California on the young people who are changing their beliefs and the efforts by some faith communities to bring them back. And a note, the Pew Research Center is a NewsHour funder.
We're all together in this thing.
A Sunday service that is part therapy session.
Imagine how that would change the trajectory of your life.
Part stand-up comedy routine.
I was this, and then I was this, and now I'm this. Give a little bit.
And part live concert.
Give a little bit of my life for you.
What's up, guys? How are you?
All followed by a round of beers with your pastor in a rented CrossFit gym. This is not your grandmother's idea of church.
We want everyone to be able to hear the good news, so we had something right in the back. Do you have good news?
Welcome to New Abbey, a Christian, LGBTQ-affirming, progressive, family-friendly church after he saw many of his own friends were no longer interested in attending church.
That's a big one. Like, the church is not honestly talking about sexuality.
You can ask my wife.
As a queer person, the Catholic Church is unsafe. I go to church and I'm immediately sinful. It's this feeling of
take on the challenge of wrestling with our shadow.
At the Open Temple in Venice, California, Rabbi Lori Shapiro incorporates a variety of New Age practices, even a colorful bus, to reach new people in the community.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rucha HaKwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, laboring in sincerity. I want to go on this video here, going into, this is even outside of the coronavirus, okay, pandemic. That's supposedly going around. This is even outside of that. This is just in general how the Christians, the millennials of this day and age, are even waking up to the fact that they're not believing no longer in a hippie with long hair and a white garment, okay, and some sandals on, is going to come deliver them. Okay, they don't even believe that. And now, in wake of this coronavirus, you can imagine the pandemics. Now, you do have some hardcore Christians deep in the South who believes in the mark of the beast, who may go into prophecy and go real hardcore. But I'm talking about the these circus acts of Christianity. Now they have no other ways of bringing the people in. So now they've uploaded a circus into the congregation, meaning they are now having bars, cross circuit gyms, you know. Oh man, you know, now they're trying to pull out all the stops to keep plantation Christianity going. Comedy skits, comedy routines, and speeches, and bars, and the saying that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter, you could be into the church. This is called desperation. This is called straining at a net. They're trying to reach from the bottom and try to pull you back into the church. And everybody's waking up to the Christian church. Okay? It's just that simple. This is, and it's really, when you deal with scriptures, these scriptures are really for the Israelites. Okay? But I'll read them in the context of these people who claim they know that the Bible is for them. Matthew 7:22, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And we understand this is not a Christian church, because the Christian church don't prophesy in the Lord's name, okay? And in thy name have cast out devils. But these Christian churches, they believe that they're laying hands and casting out devils, right? And in thy name done many wonderful works, okay? So when you go on to Matthew 7:23, okay, it says, and then I will profess unto them, okay, and then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Okay? So, at the end of it all, the Lord is not dealing with these Christian churches. Okay? This is 2 Timothy 4:3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine. And these are people that was following our doctrine. Okay? But just moving in a state of mind that these people believe that they have the truth, okay? But after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So right now you got Christians going everywhere. They're breaking off. They're going into all kinds of ideologies and doctrines. They're going into circus rings where they have cross fitness gyms. Everybody wears what they want. This wasn't the narrative of the original Christian belief. Now it doesn't matter what sexuality you are. You can come in and you can be part of the congregation. But again, this wasn't how, basic original Christian church was. The Christian church wasn't that like that. But now they've got to bring in new hooks and new scams and schemes to get you into the church. That's what I see. This other Jake says that he was a queer and is no longer safe in the Catholic Church. Okay, I would think he should be safe in the Catholic Church. Be as though what the Catholic Church stands for. I would think he would feel safe. Okay, as I said, this is all a circus. This is all a circus. They're using all kind of tactics to get you people back into the Christian church. Okay, so let's look up Circus. Okay, this was something. It says a large arena enclosed by tiers of seats on three sides, seats on 3 or 4 sides, and used especially for sports and spectacles. This sounds like your mega churches, right? Such as athletes, contests, exhibitions, horsemanship, or in ancient times chariot racing, a public spectacle. An arena, definition 2, an arena often covered by a tent. You see these churches in tents now, okay? And used for variety shows, usually including feats of physical skill, okay, as you see in the cross fitness gym in the church. Wild animal acts. We could pretty much say it's some wild animals going on up in there. And performances of clowns, okay? A circus performance. A physical plant, okay? Livestock, Circus, something suggestive of circus as in frenzied activity, sensationalism. This is what they're doing with this coronavirus. They're sensationalizing it. Theatrically, okay, or razzle dazzle. That's the Christian church. There's no doubt about it. And when you go back to that word circus, it goes back to circle, which means going around and around like a game, you know. That's all the Christian church is, you know. That's crazy. There's a lot of razzle dazzle. Okay, Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of Yahweh to a lie? Well, we know who did that. You know, that goes back to even in the time of the Maccabees. But when you go into the so-called Renaissance, okay, with the what they call it, iconoclasm, image destruction. Okay. For this cause, no, let me go on up. Who changed the truth of Yahweh to a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever? For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. Okay? For even their women didn't change the natural use into that which is against nature. Okay? So the Idumeans, they don't, that was from birth, they was given up to vile affections. Going all the way back to his original forefather. Okay? They already, but this is going into our own people. Okay? And likewise also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, and this is scripture, okay, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves a recompense in their error was meat. And even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, okay, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind. So even when you go back into the original Christian church, it had some form of morals to it. It was always wicked. It was always wicked, telling you, you know, you can eat what you want, the law's done away with. But it was always about helping one another in the community, the so-called neighborhood. It didn't work because it wasn't of the Most High, okay? But it was about loving your fellow man, you know? Now it's about loving your fellow man's wife or your fellow man in general. It's got all kinds of things going on in these Christian churches now. This is unreal. So now everybody's finding out that it's all full of witchcraft. As you seen in the clip, the woman looked like she had some grilled toast, grilled cheese with a flame coming out of it. I mean, who knows? They got painted vans and buses. They're pulling out all the stops to keep Christianity going. But we all know in the know that Christianity is totally dead. There's no coming back for Christianity. That's all I have on that. Shalom.